good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1166th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni, and that, of course, would be me. Good evening, traders. This video, interesting evening, coming to you on a Tuesday evening for trading Wednesday, April 30th, 2014. Now, traders, we know this, tomorrow, FOMC or Fed Day. 3 topics on the board today. First one, FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee, or a Fed Day. You know, Aunt Janet's going to come out and make some announcement, whether they raised, lowered, or did whatever with rates. Well, we know that they're just going to lower QE by another $10 billion. I don't think they're touching rates. That would be insane. But we do have a Fed Day. Remember, use your stops. Futures trading is extremely risky and will be very volatile tomorrow after the Fed speaks. And there's not even a press conference planned after the Fed announcement. But after the announcement, you're basically going to get this, like crazy. Stay away. Wait until things calm down before you get yourself involved there. So, on Monday we've got on Wednesday we've got a Fed Day. Remember, never trade this market unless you understand the risk. It is not suitable for all trading accounts. We are not out of the woods yet in our Dow Jones Transportation repetitive pattern. The Dow Jones Transportation Average's repetitive pattern, I've been showing it to you in the last few videos. It has panned out. It was a great piece of analysis, right? All right, so of course, head down, nose to the grindstone, on to the next trade. That's what we've done. And we are here to tell you tonight that we are not out of the woods yet. That repetitive pattern has not completed itself, and this is very, very likely what I would like to call a Fed Day setup. A Fed Day setup. That's what I think this is. Why? Why, traders? Because, and I'll show you in the chart segment, we've had a market that has literally started putting in some sort of a downward channel. It's moving lower. It's making a series of lower highs and lower lows on the way down. And we just had 2 up days right before a Fed meeting. I don't buy that. I think that is a setup. 2 up days before a Fed meeting in the indices. Let's see what that brings. We are going to be neutral this evening. I'll tell you why right now. Omni's got a green Omni setup for a day trade, but the way I've been gauging markets for the longest time now, I've been a student of these markets for 32 plus years now. I am telling you that this has not panned out, which gives me a red Omni with my green Omni. Thank goodness we're not trading on a Fed Day anyway, so I don't have to fight these. But I think this will be our final event before the day is over tomorrow. Why? Because Fed Day, if you ask me, what we've seen in the markets, this is a setup. Traders, I'd like to show that to you on charts. If you'd like to come train with me 4 full days here in Las Vegas, I am holding an Omni camp. If you would like to study with me and learn how to read the charts, learn how to call the Omni, understand why when I send you a flash update at 2:30 in the morning or 5 in the morning, understand why that flash is coming to you and how I've derived it, you come to my site, livewithoscar.com. Fill out your OmniCamp application. OmniCamp is May 16th through 19th, held here live in Las Vegas. I have 1 unclaimed ticket for that OmniCamp. If you would like that ticket to be yours, contact me. Either call me 702-629-4755 or come on down to livewithoscar.com and fill out your applications. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts.
I was just surfing financial sites, and you know, it's just like the internet. You click on one link, takes you to another site, and it took me some YouTube videos, and I came across Oscar. Started following him there, then I got led to his website, and following that I went to his chat room, and I was very impressed with his calls, and I had to know how he does it.
Well, I've come all the way from England for this course, and it's been very worthwhile. I would hop on a plane tomorrow, I come halfway around the world for this course because it's exactly what I needed, and I know that I will go away and become a very successful trader now.
I want to thank him. Yeah, he is a great man. He has big heart. To do all this, to teach all these techniques, all these tips, it's almost incredible. We all four were asking ourselves how it's possible to give to the public all these techniques and all these tips, all this knowledge. It's almost incredible.
The money is definitely not an issue. You get several fold what you put in. I don't understand how anybody can take Oscar's trades and not come to OmniCamp. It makes very little sense. You have to understand how these trades come about. You have to understand why the trades are taken. You have to understand why even the trade is thought of, how it came up, how it came about. And without OmniCamp, I don't really understand the usefulness of following Oscar's trades. He teaches you everything you need or everything you ask. There should be no questions. The only question should be, when is the next OmniCamp and when can you attend?
Okay, traders, the repetitive pattern that I have been showing you for a good 10 days, the one that showed us we would have this break, it was a very nice piece of analysis. I'm here to tell you I do not think that the pattern has completed itself. Why would I say that? All right, the market looks bullish, right? Yesterday, a little bit this morning. Today is Tuesday. It looked a little bullish this morning, looked a little bullish on Monday. And so you had the update, you had this little update. But if you look back at this chart, you'll recognize what does happen after you have the break. So you put your high in, you have your break. You get a bit of an upward swing, and then it turns back down. So we get our break, we have a bit of an upward swing, and it turns back down. Here, watch this one closely. Comes down, has this little upward swing, immediately turns right back down. We came down, we just had our little upward swing. I think that the Fed meeting, the Fed announcement will give it the juice it needs to go up just high enough to turn around and end up on the downside for the day. So if using the repetitive pattern, this is what I'd be expecting before the day closes on Wednesday. If using an Omni says for a quick day trade, it has a buy setup, right? But we don't trade, we're not day trading on a Fed day, so we're not going to have to take the buy setup. I do expect that at some point a sell setup will present itself. Traders, that's one chart. Please make sure that you are paying attention because that is a repetitive pattern. Next is our NASDAQ. Remember, I showed you this very same chart and I said, traders, this is not supposed to happen on a daily bar chart in a healthy bull market. What's not supposed to happen? You make a high and then you make a low. You make a lower high and then a lower low. A lower high again and then a lower low. A lower high again and then you break down to a low. Is this pattern even complete? I don't think so. I think you need to complete this side of it. I say what's going to happen is another lower high is going to hit right about here tomorrow after a nice pop-up. And down we will end up making a lower low. Slightly longer term view I'm showing you this evening, of course, but that's what I'm expecting. Then you've got the E-mini S&P. It's just getting involved in the high, low, lower high. Let's see if there's a lower low coming. It's just getting involved in that. The next lower low would have to be down here, right? If it's going to happen, you might get some pullback. So I think you get up to this line or somewhere at the resistance tomorrow and you start your downturn. Now again, I'm looking at an Omni day trading machine. Omni says that we go up tomorrow for a while. If in fact we go up and we blast off to new highs, forget everything I said to you and we'll just start buying the crap out of this thing on Thursday. But for now, we're not doing the day trade because of the Fed meeting, and I think this is going to turn out to be a brick wall to send the market back down after it rallies on Wednesday. Let's see. Then we've got the Russell. The Russell doesn't look any better here. Traders, look at how well entrenched it is in this pattern of a high, a low, a lower high, lower low, another lower high than that one, a lower low. It goes down to a lower low. A lower high, an even lower low, a lower high, Let's see what's coming next. It should equate to a lower low. If it even muscles its way up here, it'll probably stop there and work its way back down, like the NASDAQ, like the S&P, like the Russell you're looking at now. And then there is the DAX. The DAX is doing the exact same thing. It put in a high, a low, a low, a high, a low, a low, a low, a high. Didn't quite put in a lower low here, but it still put in quite a spill-off. And now it's rallying up. And really, you know that you can just take, your eye can see it simply, you can just draw the trend line across this and recognize that it's got resistance up here somewhere. If it belts into this resistance tomorrow and does what I expect, we've got another down leg coming in the emini S&P. Let me just say this. I hope very much that the market goes straight up and proves me wrong. That's what I want. I want the market to prove me wrong. I want it to go straight up because this benefits the United States. It benefits every 401k. It benefits the whole planet if our market goes up. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong about this tomorrow. We will find out. Traders, pull your own charts. Do your own homework. I will see you at livewithoscar.com. So, traders, you've seen my technical argument for why we've got for tomorrow, but we'll see where that ends up. I've got a plan. Stick around at livewithoscar.com. Remember, we are not out of the woods. Repetitive pattern in the tranny has not completed itself. If we blast off, thank the Lord. We just stop buying on Thursday and all is good. If this pans out, we will end up on the downside after the Fed speaks, and whatever happens next, we'll end up on the downside. So, I think it's a setup. We'll see what happens. Traders, if you don't know this, I give out recommendations live at my commodity site. I am live on a camera, a webcam, in a chat room where I give you direct buy and sell signals. I send you a pop-up window. It starts ringing on your computer, tells you what to do, and I'm in the chat room, and I send you an email every time we're going to trade. So we have a lot of Omniacs that come to my site, and they hang out in my chat room, and they get those commodity recs. But we've got something new. We now have a stock site offering stock recommendations. We are looking for major stocks that have volatility. You can make 8, 10 points, 5, 7 points in one session and be out before the day is over. Sometimes we'll hold for 2 days. Most likely, however, we'll be in and out in the same day. If that's your style, come down to livewithoscar.com and just click for the stock recommendation site. It'll drop you right there, and I'll help you out. Now, the likelihood is I will probably not bother to put out a stock rec on the Fed day. It's just probably not a good idea. But from the Fed announcement forward, I will be posting stock recommendations at my site. Come join it. Come get your recommendations and your flash updates for major stocks that have fantastic movement each day. All right, traders, so that's about it. I will see you in my chat room at livewithoscar.com. If you would like to claim that one last seat here at my Omni camp, make sure you get in touch with me. And always remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, and watch out for Aunt Janet tomorrow. She'll be wielding that sword. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.